Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another GamersPlatoon review daily here, checking in for you. We're taking a look at ARMA2 today. Now, what is ARMA2? Well, ARMA2 is only the #1 selling Steam game currently. That's got to say something. This game is actually a little older. I myself am a huge ARMA player. I have tons of hours logged into ARMA. I can't even, my whole regiment that I run is in ARMA and for ARMA. So let's talk about what ARMA is. ARMA is not a first-person shooter. It's not a third-person shooter. It's not a role-playing game. It is a military simulator, and that is exactly what it does, and it does it quite well. It is a bit dated. The game is a little old, but there's an ARMA3 coming out. But what's making this game popular right now is a modification called DayZ, and that's a zombie mod for ARMA, and it's a great mod. Don't get me wrong, but ARMA is a military simulator. DayZ is cool, and it's bringing everybody around because you have the military simulation with the the zombie presence, and it's cool to operate as teams, and the maps are huge. We're going to get into all that. But first I want to show you what ARMA has to offer. You have some expansion packs here. You'll see ARMA has a couple expansion packs out. You have ARMA2, which is the base game. Then you have ARMA2 Operation Arrowhead, which is a standalone expansion. In case you don't know what this is to say that you don't need ARMA2 to run this. It's its own separate game. But what I have is Combined Ops, which is ARMA2 and Operation Arrowhead together, all one big, massive military library of weapons. If you want to get into community-made mods and stuff, ARMA can boast over 3,000 weapons, over 80-something different maps. There's hundreds and hundreds of modifications out there. Probably thousands. But base, what you get is 4 maps. Yeah, 4 maps. 2 for ARMA2, 2 for Arrowhead, probably close to 100 guns, vehicles, tanks, trucks, jeeps, aircraft such as helicopters, planes, everything. It's all there. So what we'll do is we'll kind of showcase that stuff, show you a little bit of the combat, but we want to show you that what the game has in it. ARMA2 doesn't have necessarily a ton of features, but it's fucking full of content, and that's what makes ARMA a great game and able to be into the Armory today. Is it's all there. So what we're gonna do right now is show you the player profile. You don't really customize your person, that so to speak. You have character skins that you play as. What you can customize though is your face. You'll see I have some zombie faces because we have the DayZ up, but you have different faces. There's tons of faces to customize your character, and then you can put some different types of glasses on them. If you're an aviator guy, you got some shades, and this is all, again, I can't stress to you that this is all customizable. This is not all of the content. You have different kinds of voices. You can change your pitch, so on and so forth. So that's about it for the character customization stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hop in game, and I'm going to show you the showcase of, I'm not going to be able to show everything, but I'll put together a good showcase to show you guys the vehicles and things in ARMA, because we're not going to get to show you how each one operates, but I'll line them up and we'll take a look at them, and then we'll get into some of the combat. I do want to mention right now before we hop in that ARMA has the worst sounds ever. They have modifications to change these sounds, so please do not judge ARMA by the sound. You can get a mod to change the sound. The sounds are horrible. So with that said, we're hopping into the showcase, and I will show you guys some of the vehicles, equipment, and things like that that ARMA has for you. Alright guys, here we are in ARMA2 showcase. We're going to show you some of the things that we have here. I'm going to try and go quick because this video can get very long if I don't. There's tons of content. So what you'll see here is I'm in first person mode for ARMA. You'll see that everything is very high res, good textures, good animations. You have the trigger pull there. You have magazine coming in and out. It's very good game. It is a military simulator. You'll see I'm playing here as the U.S. soldier, and you have your aim down sights. You have other things that you can do here. You have the different optic mode. You saw that was like a red dot, and then here you have the zoomed in version. It's pretty neat. So we're gonna hop over here and show you the showcased and some of the other things that we have for you. Alright guys, so in addition to the standardized mode that you see here with first person, ARMA also offers third person mode, and this is to get a better sense of your surroundings and things like that. You have a variable view distance and zoom here, and so we'll go ahead and hop into third person. Here's the third person. You can see the animations of the character. You can really get details here. You can see backpack. You can see how he moves like a soldier and things like that. So ARMA offers a lot of good aspects. It's a little clunkier than some of the other games. Like you can't do a lot of things that you can do in Battlefield or Modern Warfare because it's not designed for that. It's not designed to be an unrealistic game. This is a military simulator. Real militaries use a version of this game to train with. So now we're going to show you some of the character models. As I said, you don't get to customize your character, but there's different models in the game for you to use, and you'll see that they have their specific weapons. This is the German side. You have the Czechoslovakians here. They all have their different get-up and different uniforms, outfits. Here's some U.S. soldiers packing the scars. You have the Germans packing the MGs, and moving on here you have some Marine units and some Russian units, friendly Russians using AKs, PKMs. There's tons of fucking guns in this game, and they're all pretty cool. Good character models. Again, as I said, here's your automatic rifleman. He looks like an automatic rifleman. He's got knee pads on, all that kind of cool stuff, and it's very neat. So now I'm gonna blow your mind, and this is literally a fraction, like 1/100th of the things in the game, and this is running no mods. We're gonna look at some vehicles. So here we go. Yes, these are all vehicles, and they are all drivable, flyable, whatever you want to say. You have tanks, helicopter, A-10s, Harriers, F-35s, British helicopters, which I don't know how Britain made anything war related. You have Marine LAVs, 1136 armor personnel carrier. That right there, guys, that is a multiple launch rocket system. That's artillery, troop transport, regular pimped out trucks like 22s, man. This is an Escalade over here. Grenade launchers, Stinger missiles, and yes, a fucking Scud missile. And this is literally just a fraction. This is just what I could put together just to show you guys. And so the next feature that we're going to look at is the map. Okay, so here we have the airfield. You see where we're at. Now as I scroll, you will notice that this map is fucking big, and you can go anywhere, you can do anything. These are all buildings here. There's different types of terrain. There's fields, there's mountains, there's woods, and this is just one map. There's, as I said, 4 maps that come with the game, plus every mod for this game is free. So any community stuff that you want to pick up is all free of charge. You have your little kind of spread out villages, and then you'll have big fucking cities like this where there's just tons of buildings everywhere, streets and refineries, all sorts of stuff. So now that we've seen that, we're going to hop in, show a little bit of the combat, and wrap it up from there. This game plays multiplayer, co-op, and player versus player. The co-op is where it's at. You can get into a unit and play some co-op with a bunch of great guys and have a lot of fun. So as I said, we're going to hop in and look at some of the combat now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're going to be hopping in game to check out a little bit of the combat gameplay. This is another map for ARMA. This is a desert map, and we're going to hop in and take a look at this. I did want to mention, though, before we go any farther, that this game is fully customizable. It has 4 or 5 campaigns that you can play single player. It has scenarios, and then it has a mission editor where you can make your own missions. You can put as many troops in there as you want. You can design it how you want. If you've always wanted to be, a military strategist, you can come in here and do something similar to this, and ARMA lets you do all of this. So you'll see here I'm assuming the role of a rifleman, and this guy over here is driving us to our objective. So once we get there, we will check in with you guys, and you guys will be able to see some of the combat gameplay.
Enemy unknown.
Alright, gentlemen, we are about to shoot some stuff here in ARMA. Particularly these guys here. So you'll see that the 50 cal just started engaging. Now that they're being shot at, this guy's running. The AI are very smart. He's going to try and go into the cover there and lean around the building. I was able to grab him there, so it's fairly simple gameplay to get used to. Now it's very, very intricate and complex, where you can do a whole lot of things if you want to with the game, but you don't necessarily have to be the end-all be-all tactical guy in order to do this. We'll shoot a little bit here in third person. Now you'll see these buildings here in this town, and all of these buildings are enterable. You can go into these buildings here and close doors and go out back doors, upstairs, climb ladders. Everything that you can do in a regular game you can do here in ARMA. And you'll see that the animations, weapons go where they're supposed to go, and things like that. So it's nice to see ARMA really kind of shine out and do everything the right way. And as I said, you have the variable zoom levels for your gun here, so if you need a wider field of view, you can shoot from here, or if you need to zoom in, you can shoot from there. It's all up to the player preference, and it just plays good, plays well. As I said, the sounds, they're not so great. You see some animals out there. The ambience of the game is awesome. And as I said, this is all customizable. You can make your own missions. You can do exactly what this mission does, and add more people in, or whatever the case may be. It's really up to the player to decide what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. And that's why ARMA is great. So we're going to wrap up here. You guys seen all of the vehicles. Well, not all of the vehicles. You've seen a fraction of the vehicles. You've seen some of the combat gameplay here. You've seen some of the mechanics. The game just boasts so much stuff. This is definitely a pickup that you just have to get if you enjoy military and tactical games. This is one that has to be in your collection. So for General Daily and GamersPlatoon, we will see you guys next time.